Welcome in, Toot.
Thanks very much. I've been sitting over here reporting the live.
What's that?
I've been reporting the live this whole time, trying to get
That's inappropriate. Did somebody mute him? It wasn't me. Welcome in. I have another song for you if you need to leave and come back.
Is he really muted?
There you go.
Oh,
yeah, we
okay,
couldn't hear you.
Fuck.
Folks, yeah, this is why we say no
Let's try.
edging.
Please.
Hi, Tater.
Just you and I.
Folks, let's give this another shot. Here's a song we can all get behind. We will have an update on the Olympics a little bit later in the show.
No, we won't.
There you are. I hear you.
I'm back again. Sorry, guys.
All right. Much better. I'm not sure what happened there.
I don't know.
All right. Everybody say hi to Toot.
Hi, everyone.
Hope your week was a good one. I'm sorry I missed, I think, all of your lives. I might have caught one.
No, that's all right. You didn't miss too much in the lives. I've been making myself scarce because Americans just keep teasing me about rugby and now breakdancing.
I'm sorry,
Toot.
man. It's well, we're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. So
That's fine.
Hold your material. That being said, I hope you were paying attention to the walk-up song, your earlier one, because there may or may not be a question associated with that.
Okay. Is that something that you guys learn in school?
Not that song.
Okay.
You know what? I think I'm not sure. I believe
You gotta
that
learn
song.
to stay.
Yeah, we do have to learn the states and the capitals, or I don't know. We used to, but I believe that song is played in the Hall of Presidents, maybe at Disney World. So they have this. I don't know if it's still a thing, but they used to have this thing called the Hall of Presidents, and they would have the wax figures of all the presidents. And for some reason, I think that song may have been involved. But
Right.
shout out to Disney.
Wonderful song.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not the Wiggles, but it's still educational.
That's true. It's nice and long, just like an American athlete acceptance speech at the Olympics,
Fair enough.
Jeez, they love an interview, those lot.
Well, nobody likes to promote Americans, so I like David Allen Coe.
Yeah.
All right. I think I might have lost connection there, so I'm sorry, but back. Tater, how was your week? How was your week, Tater?
Started off pretty good, but finished a little slow. Didn't look.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know if you could. Yeah,
I
wait.
can still hear you.
Fishing Monday night.
Oh.
Huh?
You went
Damn
fishing?
it. Yeah. Caught the snot out of them. 160 crappie.
Did you take your boat?
Neighbor's boat.
Is yours out of
Today is
commission?
the day of reckoning. I will get my boat back, or I'm shipping it to Australia.
Fair enough. All right. Well, so no updates on the rats. Toot, I don't know if you missed it, but we had a clutch walk-up song. It's called Rats.
I heard that.
Pretty enjoyable. All right. I didn't know if you were around.
I heard the song. I also saw the very sharp shirt, which everyone seems to be disappointed about.
Well, I don't think anybody could read the chat.
Okay.
Now it probably doesn't matter, but before it was interfering. So I will go back So the good news is my wife's out of town, so I get to control the thermostat.
Oh, nice one.
And so I don't really need this, but I wanted to be respectful of the chat. So
Okay.
the things that we do for y'all.
All right. Well, Judes, we need a poll. Should Talbo get rid of the jumper and get that shirt back on?
I'm not getting back up, so we're stuck with this. I felt some cracks and pops, so we're gonna just we're gonna stick with that. Thank you. 10:15 there. Is that right?
Yep, that's right. Yep.
Late night. Late Saturday night. All right, well, a couple announcements I'd like to walk you all through. First off, most importantly, we are at 27 followers on the YouTube. So shout out to every single one of you. If you happen to be in the chat and have not subscribed to the YouTube, would really appreciate it. You can click on my face up there in the top left-hand corner, and then the link tree. It's the second tab that says YouTube. And if you subscribe and we get to 50, we'll put these bad boys up on YouTube, at least until they get taken down. So that'll be exciting. And even more important than that, we have some podcasts coming up. So I'm going to go over a few of those with you. I went over those last night, but for those of you that weren't hanging out last night, Kane and Bryce, a gentleman from Texas, a little edgier part of country, I would say. Kane and Bryce will be on Monday at 5 p.m. with Patrick and Country versus Metal. In 2 weeks, we have Trent Cowie, followed by Taylor Honeycutt. Return visit from the ladies at Della Rose. Adam Hood is coming back for a return visit, followed by Zach Wilkerson, Evan Boyer, Jeff Canada, Bill Corbin, and Drew Herrickle, and then our Christmas show with 2 Ds in a box, Dylan and Dylan. Dylan Holiday and Dylan Weldon. That should be fun. Don't want to miss that one. Soul Gravy on the No Name Radio podcast has a couple folks this week. And then let's see who we have. We have Scott Lowe, who's an artist from Georgia. Rich Henderson from Alabama. That'll be on Tuesday and Wednesday, Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Coming up after that, we have Zach Meadows, Dan Adams, Kevin Thomas, Matt Barr, Ryder Grimes, Copperhead Jones, the West Texas Exiles, Chandler Pearson, the Davis Brothers, John Cobb Band, Tim Lightyear, Lance Rourke. September 18th, that'll be one you don't want to miss. David Adam Burns, Jeff Canada, Cannon Bryce, Zach Wilkerson, Nate Burnham, Leaf Shively, and the Low Water Bridge Band. So our boy Soul Gravy's going to be busy. Shout out to him. This week's show, very important. I'd like to thank Connor in the chat for naming this playlist. You probably wonder where you can find this playlist. You can find this playlist under on Spotify. It's called She's a Single Mom and Works 2 Jobs. This week's show is about Reba McEntire. Initial thoughts about Reba from you guys. What's your baseline Reba?
I'm slightly a positive side of neutral, I'd say.
All right.
But I hadn't listened to a whole heap of Reba until Ali started turning up, really, and requesting Reba all the time. But yeah, so I'm not super familiar.
Well, hopefully after today you will be a little bit more familiar. We'll have 21 songs plus an encore, so that'll be fun. Tater, thoughts on Reba?
She's pretty iconic in the 90s. She was hitting. She's phenomenal. Pretty damn good actress.
What movies has she been in?
What movies? I just remember Reba. She was in that Western with, Trimmer. That was a classic.
She was in Trimmer.
Yeah.
Let me see if she's been in any others. I want to say...
I think she was in a Western with,
Mel Gibson.
Kenny Rogers. Was it?
Oh, no. Oh, okay.
I ain't for sure. It wasn't The Gambler, but it was something else. Them Hallmarky son of a bitches.
She was in 1994 edition of The Little Rascals. She was in Tremors and One Night at McCool's. I don't know. Those are 3 movies I have not seen and probably won't see.
You haven't seen Little Rascals?
Well, I've seen the old school Little Rascals.
Oh, I thought you might. Okay. Yeah, 94 was kind of. Ah, okay. I didn't realise that was a Reba in that. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Oh, man.
There she is. The Many Faces of Reba. I had to search for a few Reba McEntire pictures this week. She's a lovely lady, but man, there are some wild pictures of Reba. I had the filter on as well, so I wasn't like being creepy.
I'd like to welcome Reba to the chat. Thanks for coming in.
Hi, Reba. How you doing? Welcome in. All right, that's a little bit about Reba that you probably didn't expect. We'll talk about next week's show towards the end. Pretty excited about next week's show. It's a special edition. But I think we will go ahead and get started with the first song. It's called Fancy.
Well, I remember it all very well. Looking back, it was the summer I turned 18. We lived in a one-room run-down shack on the outskirts of New Orleans. We didn't have money for food or rent, to say the least. We were hard-pressed. Then Mama spent every last penny we had to buy me a dancing dress. Well, Mama washed and combed and curled my hair, and then she painted my eyes and lips. Then I stepped into a satin dancing dress. I had a split from the side, clean up to my hip. It was red velvet trimming and it fit me good. And standing back from the looking glass, there stood a woman where a half-grown kid had stood. She said, here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. She said, here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. Mama died a little bit of perfume on my neck, then she kissed my cheek. And then I saw the tears welling up in her troubled eyes as she started to speak. She looked at a pitiful shack and then she looked at me and took a ragged breath. She said, your paws runned off and I'm real sick and the baby's gonna starve to death. She handed me a heart-shaped locket that said, to thine own self be true. And I shivered as I watched a roach crawl across the toe of my high-heel shoe. It sounded like somebody else who was talking, asking, Mama, what do I do? She said, just be nice to the gentleman, fancy, they'll be nice to you. She said, here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. Here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. Lord, forgive me for what I do, but if you won't have it, it's up to you. Now don't let me down, now your mama's gonna hook you uptown. Well, that was the last time I saw my mom, and I'd left that rickety shack. The welfare people came and took the baby, mama died, and I ain't been back. But the wheels of fate started to turn, and for me there was no way out. Wasn't very long till I knew exactly what my mama been talking about. I knew what I had to do, and I made myself this solemn vow. I was gonna be a lady someday, though I didn't know when or how. But I couldn't see spending the rest of my life with my head hung down in shame. You know, I might have been born just plain white trash, but fancy was my name. She said, here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. She said, here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. It wasn't long after a benevolent man took me in off the streets. 1 week later, I was pouring his tea in a 5-room hotel suite. Yes, you were. I charmed a king, a congressman, and an occasional aristocrat. And then I got me a Georgia mansion in an elegant New York townhouse flat, and I ain't been bad. Now in this world there's a lot of self-righteous hypocrites that call me bad and criticize mama for turning me out no matter how little we've had. But though I ain't had to worry about nothing from now on 15 years, well, I can still hear the desperation in my poor mama's voice ringing in my ears. Here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. Oh, here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. Lord, forgive me for what I do, but if you won't have when it's up to you, now don't let me down, hon, your mama's gonna move you uptown. I guess you did.
Need a fader button. All right, especially today, I'm gonna need it. That was Fancy by Reba McEntire. I will start off the rankings. Toot, you're up next, and then Tater, we'll try to stick to a rotational order. Bobby Gentry wrote this, shout out to her, and recorded it at the famous Muscle Shoals Fame Studio. Song was nominated for a Grammy in 1970, I believe. Pretty good song. Interesting. I feel like a lot of the songs are just going to feed us with great material, and this one is no exception. Anybody find it odd, the phrase when she said, Mama turned me out? Mm-hmm. Was that just me?
I found it more than strange.
Yeah. Okay. I always thought that was strange. I'm not taking like today's standards and putting it backwards. I thought that was wild when it came out. So, yeah. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna give it a 7.4.
I'm there with you. That's one of those tunes that I think I probably heard maybe. That's one of the Reba tunes that I am familiar with. And I'd probably heard maybe 50 times before I really sat there and listened to it. And I think at first I thought it was maybe like Soul was talking about, a gold digging 18-year-old sent out to find a rich man. But I think it was a little more,
Yeah, I think Soul was being
yeah.
considerate in the chat.
As
Absolutely.
Very sensible fella.
He is.
Very polite.
He is. He makes it.
so-
He's a good balance for us.
100%. Yeah, so I'll give it. Did I give you a number yet?
Nope.
Oh,
Waiting on
good, because
number.
the number I was going to say is 7 clean.
7 clean. All right. Toot with a 7.0. Tater. Good to
I
see
tell
you
you what.
unfrozen.
I was frozen. You know, I could almost picture with this thrift store dress and Mama giving her a carton of 6 and saying, you know what? You're going to have to work the street, baby. We got to get going and get busy.
Playtime is
I give
over.
this one 7.6 just for Mom's ingenuity and work ethic. She really passed it on, got that kid out of the streets and into a mansion out on an island with Epstein.
Well, I don't know. I don't think that's the interpretation. Things
sorry.
did end up, I think in a better place. I'm not sure. Anyway, folks, that was Fancy. This is, she's a single mom and works 2 jobs. Where, you might ask, can you find this playlist? It is on Spotify and only Spotify. Shout out to our friends at Spotify. Next up, this song is called Kathy's Clown. Toot, you will be up first.
saying, here he comes. He's Kathy's clown. You know you've got to stand tall. You know a man can't crawl. And when you let her tell you lies and you let them pass you by, you're not a man at all. She don't want your love anymore. She don't want your kisses, that's for sure. Why do you let them put you down and let them call you Kathy's clown? When you see me shed a tear, then you know that I'm sincere. I just think it's kinda sad that she's treating you so bad, and I'm the one who cares. I want your love and more, I want your kisses, that's for sure. And I die each time I hear the sound. They're saying, here he comes. He's Kathy's clown. You're Kathy's clown. You're Kathy's clown.
Alrighty, that was Kathy's Clown, song by Don Everly. Toot, you're up first.
I have heard the Everly Brothers do that one because the fat Big Red is a big Everly Brothers fan. But I
That has
hadn't
great
heard.
taste.
Yes, sometimes. I hadn't heard that version though before. First listen, I'll give it an 8-1.
Shout out.
That's
Shout out
high.
to Reeves. Yeah, I know, but again, at first listen. But yeah, I don't mind that. That was pretty good. Kathy's Clown. Kathy sounds like a real. No, it's all right.
It is, I know it's not my turn, but it is a little bit of an odd song choice for Reba, I think. But musically, lyrically, it's a weird song choice, but
Yeah.
maybe not. I don't know. Yeah. All right, Tater.
Yeah, this one doesn't hit the feels very well for me. So I give it a 6-7, just because it sounds like the record skipping every freaking time she's singing on this song. It just drives me mad.
All right.
Did you do you have an ex-girlfriend called Kathy?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind. Move along.
Sometimes we have to read between the lines. All right. I will give it a 7 point. I actually was going to give it a 7-8, but we're in the ballpark, and I did that for the people. So, shout out to the Turnpike Troubadours. That song's called 7 and 7. Yeah, it was fine. I prefer the Everly Brothers version, but yeah, we're just working through the muck here to get to the meat of the show. So, Tater, you are going to be up first on this one. This is a song called "The Greatest Man I Never Knew."
greatest man I never knew lived just down the hall. And every day we said hello, but never touched at all. He was in his paper, I was in my room. How was I to know he thought I owned the moon? The greatest man I never knew came home late every night. He never had too much to say, too much was on his mind. I never really knew him, oh, and now it seems so sad. Everything he gave to us took all he had. Then the days turned into years, and the memories to black and white. He grew cold like the winter wind blowing across my life. The greatest words I never heard, I guess I'll never hear. The man I thought could never die has been dead almost a year. He was good at business, but there was business left to do. He never said he loves me, guess he thought I knew.
That was Reba McEntire, The Greatest Man I Never Knew. Gets an 8-2 for me. Yeah, that's from, so Reba, I think is about 70-ish. Hold on.
73, ain't she?
She is, ironically,
7 and
69.
7. Oh, fuck.
Close. Close. But she definitely comes, I know she didn't write this because I'm not sure she wrote any of the songs on here. But she does come from a time, just relationships between fathers
Neighbors.
and, yeah, well, no. It was just a different time. I think folks are a little better at telling their kids they love them, hopefully now. So, anyway, yeah, good song. She did a nice job. And Toot, it's your turn.
Nice song. I like the lyrics more than I like the
It's my turn.
sound of it, to be honest. But
No,
I'll give it.
Tater, you're up next.
Oh,
You are wild. I'll give it 7-6.
Oh, that was close. 7-6.
You just wait, mate.
Just a tease. All right, Tater, it is your turn now. What did you think of that song?
she sung her ass off on that deal. I mean,
She did.
she did phenomenally. You know, her and Keith Whitley are pretty close if he would have had some more recordings. I mean, just singers. I'm just saying. Give that one an 8-6.
Oh, big
Ooh,
number.
juicy.
High number for the day. Good news. Toot, you're going to be up next. I'm going to get this right this time. All right, so here's where the show's going to change a little bit. Songs 14 through 20, 22. There's an arc to the story. So I want you to envision as we move through the next 17 songs. You might see a consistent theme. There'll be other stuff, but this one's called One Promise Too Late.
I would have waited forever if I'd known that you'd be here. We could have shared our lives together and held each other close all through the years. But I met someone before you, and my heart just couldn't wait. So no matter how much I adore you, I've got to stand behind the promise that I made. Where were you when I could have loved you? Where were you when I gave my heart away? All my life I've been dreaming of you. You came along, one promise too late. You came along, one promise too late. I won't say that I'm sorry that I met you. I can't have you, but I never will forget you. Where were you when I could have loved you? Where were you when I gave my heart away? All my life I've been dreaming of you. You came along, one promise too late. You came along, one promise too late. Where were you when I could have loved you? Where were you when I gave my heart away? All my life, darling, I've been dreaming of you. You came along, one promise too late. You came along, one promise too late.
Alrighty, that was Reba McEntire, One Promise Too Late. Somebody put a collar on Doc for us, if you don't mind. Toot, you're up first. And by the way, Jenny Angel is in the chat. Give her a follow. She's an artist from Nashville. Shout out to her.
Jenny Angel. I'll find you later, Jenny Angel. I'll give it an 8.5. I like that one. That's obviously a lady who's in love with a fella, but she's already taken. What a tragic story. She writes a nice song about it, though. Well, no, she probably didn't. Who did write that? Do we know?
Good question.
That's all right.
The gentleman's name is Don Schlitz. I will get to Mr. Schlitz in a second. We've talked about him before, but we're going to talk about him again when it's my turn.
Okay, cranky pants. Didn't want to give you the Schlitz. Whatever I said, 8.5. Best one yet.
Yeah, good stuff. All right. Tater.
Speaking of Schlitz, I give this one, just because he's such a talented singer, I like the song 8-7.
Oh, Big numbers. All right. Somebody made a comment. I think it was maybe Soul or Pam. I'm not sure, but said this was the most country one that they'd heard yet. So I would agree. I'll give it an 8.3. I like it. One promise too late. So not only does Mr. Schlitz have one of the best lids of the 1980s and 90s. So if you get a chance, you might want to Google him.
As we speak, brother.
But here are a few of the songs that he wrote. He wrote a little tune called The Gambler, 40-Hour Week by Alabama, Almost Goodbye by Mark Chestnut.
Sorry, I'm
You
Googling his head.
okay?
Yeah, sorry, mate.
All right. He wrote Cheatin' by Sarah Evans, Crazy from the Heart by the Bellamy Brothers, Crying Shame. Let's see here. Did I say Deeper Than the Holler by Randy Travis?
Damn.
Yeah.
Didn't We Shine by Waylon Jennings. Forever and Ever Amen, also by Randy Travis. Let's see.
Busy boy.
Yeah, he had Houston Solution. Haven't heard that one in a while. That's by Ronnie
Damn.
Millsap. The Judds, Mary Chapin Carpenter, Tanya Tucker. If You Could Do Anything Else by George Strait. Yeah, like pretty. Learning to Live Again by Garth Brooks. One of your favorites, too.
Oh, man. Our house.
A couple Paul Overstreet tunes, which is wild because Paul's, I don't know, he's one of my favorite writers. But yeah, like cool stuff. Cool stuff. Shout out to Mr. Schlitz. 8.3. That starts the arc of the story, so you can kind of keep that in your brain as we move forward through the next songs.
Okay.
Man, speaking of slits, I'm on day 5 of No Accident.
Oh, Tater. That's a great segue. I think now might be a time for you to share a little bit about how that went down, so to speak.
Well, yeah, it was just another confident day out on the streets. And I had made a costly mistake. I didn't have anything for breakfast before I went to work. So I was kind of getting the growlies. And I thought, you know what? I'll get one of those McDonald's breakfast burritos.
Mistake number 2.
I mean, for just a little burrito that's like $1.50 or something, you know,
Packs a punch.
this baby, I do believe they should prescribe these if you're going to get a colonoscopy. That little monster caught up with me about 3:30, and just traveling along, and I'm thinking, oh, caught me a little bit of that gas in my belly. I'm on a Rudy Toot Toot one. Nope. Good thing my old balloon knot's tight. It hadn't. I retracted, but it was just at like 1/100th of a second late, and we lost our streak.
That's
And gained a
devastating,
streak,
mate.
too, right?
Yeah, good
Fair
point.
enough. Yeah.
And don't feel bad, Tater. Just think of all the opportunities you've got now. You could.
Yeah.
This is a brand new streak. Okay.
It is.
Poor Talbo over there. He hasn't shit himself in so long. He's almost forgotten what it's like. So just silver linings, mate.
We will be counting in years shortly.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Folks, I do want to tell you, if this is the kind of content that you really appreciate, there will be a chance to relive this on another channel. Starts with a Y and ends with an E. Has a tube in the middle. You can become one of the followers of our channel. It is in the link tree in my bio, and boy, would we appreciate it. We are desperately trying to get to 50 followers on YouTube. We are at 27, I believe. So made quite a bit of progress in 2 days, but
Pretty good, really.
yeah, we would like to see if we could get to 50, and then we'll start putting these up. So all of Tater's stories will be on there, which, you know, is awesome. All right, so staying consistent. Tater, thank you for sharing, and staying consistent with the theme, songs 4 through 22. This is The Heart Won't Lie, Reba McEntire and Vince Gill.
Looking back over the years of all the things I've always meant to say, but the words didn't come easily. So many times through empty fears of all the nights I tried to pick up the phone, so scared of who might be answering. You try to live your life from day to day, but seeing you across the room tonight just gives me away. 'Cause the heart won't lie. Sometimes life gets in the way, but there's one thing that won't change. I know I've tried. The heart won't lie. You can live your alibi. Who can see you're lost inside a foolish disguise? The heart won't lie.
Long after the night, will you still hear my voice through the radio? Desires make us act carelessly. Long after the night, after the fire, after the scattered ashes fly, through the four winds blown and gone, will you come back to me? You try to live your life day to day, but seeing you across the room tonight just gives me away.
'Cause the heart won't lie. Sometimes life gets in the way,
But there's one thing that won't change. I know I've tried.
the heart won't lie. You can live your alibi. Who can see you're lost inside a foolish disguise?
Not the best math, Soul Gravy.
The heart won't lie.
Whoops. All right, that was The Heart Won't Lie. That was Reba McEntire and Vince Gill. Ironically, on the album It's Your Call, which would be your call. Toot?
Very well done.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hat change.
Hat change, no worries. I'll go get one in a second. I'll give it a 7-4. I do like the Vince sounded so sweet coming in halfway through there. Geez, that sounded good.
He really
Love
did.
Vince. Yeah, 7-4. Didn't blow me socks off, but decent song. And I'm paying attention to the story.
You got to pay attention to the story. It's
Attention.
Yep. Shout out to John Bailey and the Heathen Revival. He came by to say hi, so always appreciate him being in. I know he and Toot had a disagreement on live last time, which we may not get into, but shout out to John.
We still respect
Tater, your
each other.
turn.
It's the main thing.
Yep, a lot of respect.
I mean, you got the Oklahoma powerhouse song right here.
It is. It's a tribute to Oklahoma.
Son of a gun. The Big O. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the song. No, I give it an
It's a setup.
8-4. I like it.
8-4. All right. Yeah, that is in Oklahoma. When you said the Big O, that's not exactly what I was thinking about, but
Oh, yeah.
that's right. That's right. Yeah, two amazing Oklahoma artists that, I mean, had a relatively, I mean, Vince got started a little bit before, but had a similar arc in terms of their career. Great song. Vince saved it for sure. 7-9.
Okay.
It's a huge power ballad. Those were, pretty popular during that time. And if you like that kind of thing, then this would be right up your alley. All right,
What,
Tater,
you
you're
put
gonna.
on hats?
What's that?
Black
we did
Cat
get to.
Panther asked why we put hats on.
Well, that's a good question. We like to protect our
Melons.
pristine faces, so that's UV rays. All right, this is a song called "And Still." It's by Reba McEntire.
Thousands of people live in this town, and I had to run into him when I saw him there on that busy street. Those feelings came back again. There was nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. He walked up to me, looked in my eyes, and still the world stood still. I couldn't move, and all I could feel was his aching in my heart, saying I loved him still. He said, how have you been? It's great to see you again. You're really a sight for sore eyes. I said, I can't complain. Oh, I'm doing fine. We talked as the people rushed by. We laughed about old times and all we went through. That's when he hugged me and said, I've missed you. And still the world stood still. I couldn't move, and all I could feel was his aching in my heart, saying I loved him still. That's when she walked up to him. He said, this is my wife. I gave my best smile, but I was dying inside. He said, we gotta go now, it's getting late. It was so good to see you. And then they walked away, and still my world stood still. I couldn't move, and all I could feel was his aching in my heart, saying I loved him still.
All right, that was "And Still" by Reba McEntire. That song was written by Tommy Lee James. We'll talk about him in a second. Tater, you're up first.
Boy, what a bummer. She had hot pants for him very first second, and then all of a sudden he pulls the rug out, and he's like, you know what? Yeah. Pretty
That must
sad
be-
moment.
Yeah. Okay.
I give that a 7-2.
7-2. All right. Good rating. I'm going to give it a 7. What I find most interesting is we're going to go to the writer of this song. I'm just going to list a few of the people that he wrote for.
Ooh.
Conway Twitty, Joe Diffie, Brooks and Dunn, Martina McBride, Pam Tillis, 98 Degrees.
Boy, that turned.
Yeah, it did. Didn't it? I've always liked this Tim McGraw song. It's called "She's My Kind of Rain." He wrote that. Lone Star, Leanne Womack, Gary Allen, Trisha Yearwood, Martina McBride, Easton Corbin, One Direction.
Wow.
Did you say
Celine-
One Direction?
I did. Celine Dion, Blake Shelton, Will Hogue. Wrote 3 songs for Will Hogue. Hold on. I know this
Kathy
is wildly
Mattea.
exciting. Trace Adkins, Kenny Chesney, a bunch of people I've never heard of.
Mick Jagger.
Gwen Stefani, Taylor Swift,
Gee whiz.
I'll be good to Australia.
and hold on, Teddy Swims. All right, there you go. Yeah, so 7.02. Your turn. Ooh, that was close.
6.
A 6. All right.
There we go. 7. Sorry, mate. 7 clean.
Oh,
There you
7.
are.
All right. 7. Okay. All right. I thought for a second maybe you did the thing where you were trying to talk but didn't realize you're on mute, and then used the fact that you had a malfunction as like your excuse, which is kind of lame, but
Yeah, no, I guess we'll never know, mate.
we will never know. All right. All right. Hope y'all are paying attention to the story arc. We started with One Promise Too Late, The Heart Won't Lie, and Still was the last one. This song is Whoever's in New England.
Oh, good.
You spend an awful lot of time in Massachusetts. Seems like every other week you've got a meeting waiting there. Business must be booming, or could something else be moving in the air up there? You say that it's important for our future. An executive on his way up has got to play the part. And each time duty calls, you gotta give it all. You've got with all your heart. When whoever's in New England's through with you, and Boston finds better things to do, you know it's not too late, 'cause you'll always have a place to come back to. When whoever's in New England's through with you. I hear the winter time up north can last forever, and I've been told it's beautiful to see this time of year. They say the snow can blind you till the world you left behind just disappears. tears I hear. I've packed your bags and left them in the hallway, but before you leave again, there's just one thing you ought to know. When the icy wind blows through you, remember that it's me who feels so cold most of all. When whoever's in New England's through with you, oh, in Boston finds better things to do.
Put the guns away.
Oh, you know it's not too late, and you'll always have a place to come back to. When whoever's in New England's through with you.
That was Whoever's in New England. That was Reba McEntire. I'd like to thank Tater for the interpretive dance, as always, and that is a great song. I wish I don't know hardly anything about Kendall Franceschi, I believe, Franceschi maybe. He wrote this song. He doesn't have many others, but man, he nailed this one. Really good tune. I give it an 8.2.
Okay. I guess it's me next. I'll give it 8.5. Great song. Someone mentioned Kojo's version down there. That's excellent as well. Maybe better. It's up to... I don't think people will probably argue about that. But yeah, 8. Tater Green's a popular man. Yeah, 8.5. I don't think... Sounds like she's going to give that fella a second chance, though.
Yeah, but she's
Well,
also
thanks, mate.
saying she's colder than the Mad Wife. That's like Arctic, you know. It's pretty cold there.
Lots of interpretations. I will say, musically, I like the stripped down version that Kojo did. I think vocally, I actually like this one better. Not that anybody cares, but just they used
I care,
one of those
Scott.
classic guitars on Kojo's, and it sounds phenomenal. So
Yeah.
and I like Kojo. It's fine, but yep. All right, Tater, your turn.
I give this a solid 8.6.
8.6. All right. Well, I was on the low end of that. All right, folks. Hope you're paying attention. Some things are happening. We started with One Promise Too Late, The Heart Won't Lie, and Still, Whoever's in New England. This one's called Rumor Has It.
I overheard a conversation. Your name was mentioned in, but they didn't talk about us, only her again. I didn't wanna listen, but I hung on every word. They said some things I wish I hadn't heard. Oh, rumor has it This town so small, a whisper can be heard a mile away. And people here will gossip when there's nothing else to say. I wouldn't have believed my ears, but I see it in your eyes. Those stories going round this town are lies. Oh, rumor has it she has you. Rumor has it you love her too. Oh, talk is cheap, but the price is high when it's true. Oh, rumor has it she has you. Oh, rumor has it she has you.
All right, that was Rumor Has It. You guessed it, by Reba McEntire. Toot, you're up first.
8 clean. She really does have her own lane, doesn't she? Like it's given that, I mean, most of these songs have been written by different people. I'm not saying that she didn't write them. I'm saying that these songs have all been written by different people.
No, she didn't write them.
No, that's right. I think there's anyway. Yeah, I don't know. She has a real flavour, doesn't she? I haven't listened to this many of her songs kind of back to back, but I don't know. She's got a lane. She attracts these kind of songs apparently. But yeah, that's not bad. 8.
Well, buckle up. There's a bunch more left. So thank you all for being here. We're going to be here for a few more hours listening to Reba McEntire. We appreciate you. Toot gave that one an 8. Tater, where did you fall?
I give this one a 8-9.
Oh,
8, 9.
wow, that's impressive.
Here we go. It's low. It's low, guys.
No,
Wait,
it's not.
hold on.
He's
Okay.
dicking with you.
No. So musically, I actually really that song was pretty well done. I think I'm not in love with it. I don't really dislike it, but this seems about right.
Hell, man. I nailed it. 7-7. Oh, you did.
You called it, mate. Well done.
Yep, there we go. 7-7 for me. Let's see what's up next. Hope y'all are paying attention because
I can't believe I
the
nailed that.
story is. You did. You were all over it. The story thickens here. This song is called "Does He Love You?" It's by Reba McEntire and Linda Davis.
I've known about you for a while now. When he leaves me, he wears a smile now. As soon as he's away from me, in your arms is where he wants to be. But you're the one he rushes home to. You're the one he gave his name to. I never see his face in the early morning light. You have his mornings, his daytimes, and sometimes I have his nights. But does he love you? Does he love you like he loves me? Like he loves me? Does he think of you? Does he think of you when he's holding me? And does he whisper? Does he whisper all his fantasies? Does he love you? Does he love you like he's been loving me? But when he's with me, he says he needs me and that he wants me, that he believes in me. And when I'm in his arms, oh, he swears there's no one else. Is he deceiving me? Or am I deceiving myself? Deceiving myself. Does he love you? Does he love you like he loves me? Like he loves me? Does he think of you? Does he think of you when he's holding me? And does he whisper? Does he whisper all his fantasies? Does he love you? Does he love you like he's been loving me? Shouldn't I lose my temper? Shouldn't I be ashamed? 'Cause I have everything to lose, and I have nothing to gain. Does he love you? Does he love you like he loves me? Does he think of you? Does he think of you when he's holding me? And does he whisper? All his fantasies? Does he love you? Does he love you like he's been loving me? Does he love you?
Tater, put that in your mouth. So many unanswered questions, Tater. Your turn. That was Reba McEntire and Linda Davis. Does he love you?
No, he doesn't. Sorry, ladies. I'm going to go with a solid 7-1 on this one.
All right, I got a bunch on this one. So before I give the number, this was Linda's song. She wrote it. She just asked Reba to participate on it. It was, I think, number one in
94?
93. Nope. Hold on, that's wrong. Yeah, I don't know. Was it 93? Yeah, 93. Yeah, Linda, lovely lady, huge voice, sang with a lot of folks. Probably for some reason, didn't get as big a career as she should have had. I don't exactly know why, but yeah, she good. What's that?
She's a powerhouse.
Oh yeah, great. And if anybody is old enough to remember the video, and if you haven't seen the video, go find it of this song. It's phenomenal. We'll get you in your feels. This song gets a 9-1 for me. I love this song.
Wowzers.
And I'm a fan of Linda Davis, so shout out to her.
Linda Davis eyes.
I thought it was great. 8-5. I liked it. Yeah, vocally, that was brilliant. Yeah, the plot thickens.
The plot does thicken. Hope you all are paying attention. I know Toot is. We appreciate that. Linda, by the way, is just up the road from here in Dobson, so relatively close. Shout out to Linda Davis, folks.
You know, this list is getting hotter than two rats having sex in a sock. You know, wool sock. Sorry,
or in a boat.
Went too far.
Or in a boat, yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy boat loving.
Incestuous rat stuff going on at Tater's house. All right, that's odd. I'm gonna get kicked off. All
See
right,
you guys in 7 days.
Yep. All right, folks. This song is called "You Lie," and it's by Reba McEntire.
Lie in the dark, I know you're awake. The only sounds are the sounds this old house makes. Oh, I long to hear your voice. Desperate to talk, yearning to touch, burning inside. 'Cause I want you so much. So I say I need you and leave you no choice. You lie. You don't wanna hurt me. So you lie. Buy a little time and I go along. What else can I do? And maybe it's wrong, but you know how much I love you. So you lie till you can find a way to say goodbye. You lie. How long until you just can't go on, and the urge to break loose is just too strong? You should have let go. That's what you want to do. Oh, but you don't know. If it's the right thing to do. So you lie.
All right, that was You Lie by Reba McEntire. Thank y'all for being here today. We appreciate it. We are hoping soon to get this up on the YouTubes. So shout out to TikTok. If you want to follow along on that journey, we would love to have you follow. We are 27 out of 50 followers away from making that happen. You can click on the link in the bio and that will get you there. Once I figure out how to follow you back, I will. Possibly. I don't know. There'll be a threshold, but we'll see. That being said, it's gotta suck when your name... So the gentleman who wrote this, his name is Austin Roberts, and he's not the most famous Austin Roberts that wrote songs. So there's not a lot out there on this, the second Austin Roberts, but I don't know. This song hits pretty flat for me, but it really fits well in the arc of the story, so that's why it's included. It gives me a 6-1.
Ooh, okay. I only heard that's my first listen, and I had to drain the snake. So I will give it a 8-1.
Oh.
I think vocally that was some pretty impressive vocals on that.
No question.
Yeah.
I'm just not in love with the song, but yeah.
Ah, fair enough. That's all right.
Yep, 8-1's a good score. Tater, it's your turn.
I think we give it away when we really look like we're listening to him. He knows straight away.
Right. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I know when you guys are like, yeah, sure.
Dude, we gotta. After this, let's go live and practice. All right.
Okay, sure.
Yep.
Yeah, she can hit them freaking notes. I want to give this one a 7.7.
Really?
Back.
Oh, a little late on that one. Sorry. All right. Next up, this song is "The Last One to Know" by Reba McEntire.
I didn't see the fire burn to ashes. I couldn't feel the winds of change. I was lost inside the passion, blinded by the memory of a flame. I guess I should have felt it when you touched me. I should have seen it in your eyes. But I believe you really love me. Why can't I believe you said goodbye? Oh, why is the last one to know, the first one to cry, and the last to let go? Why is the one left behind, the one left alone with no one to hold, the last one to know? It would be easier to face the morning if you were holding me tonight. But you left me without a warning, holding on to a heartache while she's holding you tight. Tell me why is the last one to know, the first one to
All right, that was Reba McEntire, last one to know. Shout out to our friend Trent Cowie who popped in. Appreciate you. Yeah, this one is, it really fits in the arc of the story pretty well. Again, not a favorite of mine. 6.4, musically it's kind of odd. But I actually like the songwriting. Matricia Berg and another young lady wrote this. She's probably not young anymore. But anyway, shout out to them. That's all the analysis you're going to get from me. Toot, you're up.
That's fine. That was good. I'll give it 6-8. Didn't tickle me either, really. Nice perspective in the lyrics. That's cool. Kind of unique. But, yeah, whatever number I said.
6-8.
That's right. Exactly right, mate.
That's why we keep track over here. We'll put the spreadsheet out later, folks.
6-2.
6-2. All right. Well, not a favorite. Yeah. All right, we're up next. This song is called It's Your Call. And you guessed it, it's by Reba McEntire. Toot, you're up first.
It's your call, it's her. Would you rather take it in the other room? She's hanging on, and so am I. Yeah, I know all about it. Don't act so surprised. It's time to end this game you're playing. She's not the only one who's waiting on the line. It's your call, it's up to you, and I won't try to stop you if you go. But if you stay, tell her goodbye. I can't take another minute, I can't stand another night of wondering if I even matter. It's something only you can answer. Here's the phone. It's your call. There's no easy way out this time, 'cause I won't live this way. She called here to talk to you with a message that I can't I've got to know if I still matter. It's something only you can answer. Here's the phone. It's your call.
Similar endings. All right, that was It's Your Call by Reba McEntire. Toot, you are up first.
She really pumps some drama into those tunes, doesn't she? It's like
A little bit.
every one of them
Starting
is like a short
catch-
film. Yeah, like
it is.
Yeah, really pumped in there. Yeah, I don't know. Musically, she kind of, and vocally, really adds to the story. The story, these songs are kind of similar story-wise, and this fella she's involved with sounds like a real scoundrel. I'll give it a 7-4.
Right. Great analysis. Appreciate it. Tater, it is your turn.
Fiery lady, red hair.
Irish.
I lost all train of thought when he said scoundrel. I give this one, it kind of falls flat for me, but I get the story. And she always, I mean, she always sings her ass off, so 7 even.
7 even. All right. 7-2 for me. Ironically, right in the middle. Okay. Next up, we are going to do a Reba McEntire song. It's called "If I Had Only Known." Tater, you're going to be up first.
If I had only known it was the last walk in the rain, I'd keep you out for hours in the storm. I would hold your hand like a lifeline to my heart. Underneath the thunder we'd be warm. If I had only known it was our last walk in the rain. If I had only known I'd never hear your voice again, I'd memorize each thing you ever said. And all those lonely nights, I could think of them once more and keep your words alive inside my head. If I had only known I'd never hear your voice again. You were the treasure in my hand. You were the one who always stood beside me. So unaware, I foolishly believed that you would always be there. But then there came a day and I turned my head and you slipped away. If I had only known it was my last night by your side, I'd pray a miracle to stop the dawn. And when you smiled at me, I would look into your eyes and make sure you know my love for you goes on. If I had only known, if I had only known, oh, the love I would have shown if I had only known.
The synth. All right, Tater Green, your turn. If I had only known, what'd you think?
I think I need some antidepressants. That was bad. You know what would actually, if she would have recorded the Thunder Rolls in this time frame, it would have matched up pretty good too.
It definitely would have fit the arc.
Yeah. This is just a Debbie Downer, so I'm gonna give it a 6.9.
Missed it by one. Missed it by one. 6.8 for me. Yeah, so that was written by Craig Morris and Jana Stanfield. Craig Morris had a couple songs. I don't know much about Jana, so shout out to them. But for the longest time, until I gave it a close listen, I thought this was about somebody passing, but I don't think it is.
No, I think it's when he leaves.
Yeah, which I mean kind of fits into what we're doing here. So. I learned something by listening to that one again. Toot, your turn.
See, I went the other way. I thought it was about him leaving, and then I listened a little closer, and then I thought, oh no, he passed away, or whoever passed away. So I don't know. So who knows? Who I don't know. Toot fact, it's about someone passing away. But this is no, I like that. I'm giving it a 7.8. I like songs about regret or remorse. One of my favourite quotes, and I should know who said it because it's one of my favourite quotes. I think it's one of the Russians. It might have been Tolstoy, but he said, "I know of only two great evils in life." He said, "I know of only two great evils in life: remorse and illness." And I love tunes about remorse or regret, like "Hurt," Johnny Cash. Oh my God, that just So yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. 7.8.
All right. Nice. All right. Well done. All right. I swear the name of this song is That's What He Said.
You tell me that you're always gonna love me, but that's what he said. That's what he said. And forever is a word that should mean something.
You got it, Connor.
But that's what he said. That's what he said. You're telling me the same sweet things he told me. And in your eyes I see that same sweet glow. And did you say you'd never leave me lonely? Well, that's what he said. That's what he said. You're telling me I've got to go on living, to open up my heart and just let go. And it's better to love and lose than live with nothing. But that's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said.
Oh boy, last minute research. All right, this song I really like. It's early Reba. I have a t-shirt somewhere that says I just show up for the early songs, and that would be the case here. This song is a 9.2 for me.
Wowzers.
Yep, really like it. I think a couple of people even mentioned it in the chat. It is one of the more country sounding songs of hers, and I like that. So shout out to her. This was written by a husband and wife duo, last name Carnes. one of the things when you start trying to research songwriters is you end up in other people's obituaries. So shout out to Charles Carnes from Chattanooga, who passed just a few weeks ago.
Oh, well.
All right, sorry about that.
Debbie Downer, Swazi.
Yep, you're up too.
I'll give it an 8.4, as you said. I like it's good to hear the country sound. Actually, funny, just a peek behind the curtains. I like to have my Spotify open over here, and I absorb lyrics better if I can read them while I'm listening to the tunes. And it took me three quarters of that song. It took me 3/4 of that song to realise I was looking at the wrong song.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes it's better not to peek behind the curtain.
Sometimes it's not. And spoiler alert, the next song's really good. 8.4.
8-4. All right, Tater, you are up next.
It's kind of repetitive for me. I'll give it a 7-9.
Oh, that was close. All right, you know what? That's a very danceable tune, so I like it. If that's your thing. This song is number 15 of 22 or 23, we'll see. What Am I Gonna Do About You by Reba McEntire.
The kid down the street mows the grass every week. The neighbor next door fixed the roof where it leaked. The job's going fine and the bills are all paid, and everyone thinks that I'm doing okay. There's a guy down at work, he's asked me out once or twice. I haven't said yes, but I'm thinking I might. Then on my way home I thought I saw you walk by. If only I could get you out of my mind. What in the world am I gonna do about you? Oh, your memory keeps coming back from out of the blue. Oh, well, I've tried and I've tried, but I still can't believe that we're through. So tell me, what in the world am I gonna do about you? What am I gonna do about you? I went to the store, but it wasn't much fun. It doesn't take long when you're shopping for one. And standing in line, I thought I saw you walk in, and that's when it started all over again. What in the world am I gonna do about you? Oh, your memory keeps coming back from out of the blue. Oh, well, I've tried and I've tried, but I still can't believe that we're through. So tell me, what in the world am I gonna do about you? Darling, what am I gonna do about you?
All right, the comments were popping off on this one. Just a point a point of information. I know Pam, Why Haven't I Heard About You was actually in the pre-show. Didn't quite make the list, but yes, it's a good one. I have no idea. Who's up next? I think it's you.
I'll do it. Sure.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll give it a 6-8. Wasn't super impressed. Bit ambiguous. I can't decide. I was reading Elbug's comments there. I can't decide if he died or if he left. But
I think he left.
think he left. Okay.
Who knows?
Well, in that case, the score stays the same.
Fair enough.
Sometimes I don't want anyone to be too literal. I don't want to say Kevin died in '97 or something like that. That would be too. We don't need it served to us on a silver platter, but something, Reba, something, or whoever wrote it. 3 blokes apparently again writing for this woman.
Yes. Doug Gilmour, famous Chicago Blackhawk. Not the same Doug Gilmour, but
Yeah.
all right. Tater.
You know, she just needs to give it up and go on that date because that ship is sailed, darling. He's at the bingo hall with his 2 girlfriends. I give this a 8-3. I like this one.
That was so close. All right. I can't even do it. A 6-7 for me. I'm not a huge fan of this song, but hey, nobody can hold on to a note quite like Reba can. Man, it's impressive.
I've got to say, I knew she was a good singer, but I've been really impressed with the vocals in some of these that I haven't heard before.
Yeah, she is. You know what? It feels like an appropriate time to do a viewer ranking.
I think
We've done
too.
this. We've done this one before, but I don't know if there's a bigger fan of Reba out there than Allie. So time to give Allie a re-ranking.
That's. Does anyone know what Ali was last time? Just a bit of pop trivia for anyone. Ali might know. Hopefully Ali knows. Have some respect for the
You did
rankings.
4,
Ali.
wasn't she?
I think 4. 4 rings a bell.
Yeah, it was around 4.
Yeah. Same
But
reasons.
as we know, the rankings are fluid. So
100%. 100%. I'm just about to give you the number, but by the end of the live, depending on how the rest of this Reba live goes, it can change a lot because it was her idea. So I will give Ali, I think last time I said probably the kindest human being on the planet. She's lovely, Ali. She's about quite a bit. Attendance is probably close to number 1. Big Reba fan, also Laurie. And she always, sometimes in my lives in particular, I play a lot of fellas in the requests, and she's always there to give us some Reba, some Laurie. I'm going to give Ali. She was number 4. She's gone up in my estimations. Number 3. Congratulations, Ali.
ooh, how about that?
There you go.
There's 3 minutes of this, folks. All right, Allie, we appreciate you so much, and thank you for the great topic this week. Super excited that we did Reba. I have no idea what the last song we did was, so hold on here.
Hey, Talbo.
I got it. Yes.
I wonder if we should have a little bit of American history.
Oh, is it time?
I
Is
mean,
it time?
no better time than present.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Would you prefer to ask the question, or would you prefer to have me ask the question?
Go ahead. I think Gary had one lined up.
50 nifty United States from 13 original colonies. 50 nifty stars in the flag that billow so beautifully in the breeze. Each individual state contributes a quality that is great. Each individual state deserves a bow. Let's salute them now. 50 nifty United States from 13 original colonies.
All right, Toot. This is
Here we go.
this is our fun segment. Folks, I'm going to need an over/under on how many of these that you think Toot's going to be able to get.
How many
There
are there?
were, as stated in the song, this has been verified, there were 13 original colonies. So we would like to see under 0 counter sets. All right, well, I think I'm gonna go over 0. How many do we think Toot can come through with out of 13? If you could just put a number in, and then we will award the winner once we determine how many of these that Toot gets.
We can give you a
6,
hint.
10, no hints, no hints.
It's not on the West Coast.
Okay, no hints, no hints. All right. 6, 10, 6,
7.7.
7.7. Thank you, Soul Gravy. 13, Cynthia says. High faith in Google.
To be clear, do I only get 13 guesses, or can I have 50 guesses?
You can have 50. No, you get 13 guesses.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
All right, shall we start?
All right. Well, whenever you're ready, y'all keep. Somebody said 9. I like that. All right, so we will keep track. I'm gonna put it on the spreadsheet here.
Okay, we're going to go Massachusetts, New York, Michigan. Wait, what's Michigan? Yes or no? Or no?
That's it.
Okay, all right, that's a bad start. What do I say? New York and Massachusetts. I'm going to say Georgia. I'm going to say, boy, this is hard. How far south did they go? This is not going to go good. Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Now I do.
Wait, is that a city? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Miss Kelly, Philadelphia.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
Hey, don't laugh, Tater, because you're up next.
Jeez, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. This is so racist. Not really racist, but something.
Okay, well, let's not say it then,
Yeah.
or think it for that matter.
No, I'm losing steam fast.
A lot of people had faith in you, too.
Yeah, I know they did. Sorry, people. What they were thinking. Which ones have I got again, please, Talbo?
You have Massachusetts, New York, Michigan, Georgia, and the state of Philadelphia.
The state of Philadelphia. No idea. I think I'm done. I think I'm out. What did I get?
Alright,
4?
well.
I got 4 and 2 wrong.
You got 3 right and 2 wrong. So
3 right and 2 wrong.
that's more than 50%.
Someone said
That's
3.
Count those 5.
Someone said 3.
Somebody did say 3. So whoever that was, shout out to you. You're a
Pennsylvania.
savant.
Sorry.
Pennsylvania. Yep.
Yeah, I was thinking the P1.
Virginia.
The P1.
Louisiana.
Well, you know what? We're gonna let Toot brush up on this, and maybe he will be able to tell us next week. Who knows?
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
Country versus metal. He actually lives in one of the states that was a 13 original colony.
Delaware.
Delaware. Yeah, there you go. It was. I think it was the first one. Anyway, shout out to.
Delaware of that.
Yeah, well done. All right, and since we are here, I appreciate y'all being here.
Let's move it on.
What time is it, Tater? Nobody's free from the shrapnel. All right, folks, you know the drill. If you could, type in a city, not a state, not a
Go,
country.
Miss Kelly.
But
Guys,
a city,
it's easy to get wrong.
it is easy to get wrong. It happens. Anywhere in the world, please. To be fair, Soul Gravy, I don't think there were 13 colonies, original colonies in Australia. Budapest, Hungary. What's the saying? Kalispera. Colombo, Sri Lanka. Mike, we have a winner. That's it. That's the winner right there. Thank you.
That's a good one.
Yes, well done.
Sri Lanka.
Also, I believe, I'm not positive about this, but I believe it used to be called Cyprus. Is that right? We'll never know.
Ceylon?
Sri Lanka? Is that not how we say it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You used to call
right.
it Cyprus?
I think it used to be called Cyprus.
I think it used to be called
They,
something.
they changed. Ceylon? Okay.
So,
All right.
well, maybe not.
Geographically, where in the hell is that?
Well, we have no
Estonia?
idea. You know what? Tater, I'm going to give you a little bit of time to think on this. Please keep your hands where we can see them. Mrs. Tater, you need to exit the room. Cyprus is Greece. Okay, well, see, there we go. So the city is Colombo in Sri Lanka, which is fun to say.
It is. He's been using sign language right in front of our eyes this whole time.
I know.
Hadn't realised.
I know. Yep. Okay, Tater, what time is it in Colombo, Sri Lanka?
It's 9 Central, 10 Eastern.
It's going to take a while.
No. 5:01
That
p.m.
was quick. That was quick.
4?
No. Nope. Shout out to the doc. He gave you one of the hardest ones possible, I think. It's 7:29 p.m. in Colombo, Sri Lanka.
One of those.
Oh, that was one of them effed up jobbers that you gave me last time.
I know. Well, Mike's learning. He's paying attention. Mike might be going up in the viewer rankings. We'll see next week. Yeah. All right, folks. Thank you for participating in our hijinks. This is Reba McEntire.
She married when she was 20. She thought she was ready. Now she's not so sure. She thought she'd done some living. Now she's just wondering what she's living for. Now she's feeling that there's something more. Is there life out there? So much she hasn't done. Is there life beyond her family and her home? She's done what she should. Should she do what she dares? She doesn't want to leave. She's just wondering, is there life out there? She's always lived for tomorrow. She's never learned how to live for today. Oh, she's dying to try something foolish, do something crazy, or just scared away. Oh, something for herself for a change. Is there life out there? So much she hasn't done. Is there life beyond her family and her home? She's done what she should. Should she do what she did? dance. She doesn't want to leave. She's just wondering if there's a life out there. There's a place in the sun that she's never been, where life is fair and time is a friend. But she do it the same as she did back then. Oh, she looks out her window, she wonders again. Is there life out there? So much she hasn't done. Is there life beyond her family and her home? She's done what she should she do what she does? She doesn't want to leave, she's just wondering, is there a life out there? Oh, is there a life out there? Oh,
Underlicks.
is there life out there? So much she hasn't done. Is there life beyond her family
aggressive.
and her home? She's done what she should she do what she does? She doesn't want to leave, she's just wondering, is there a life out there?
Shut up, Doc.
Oh, she doesn't want to leave, she's just wondering, is there a life out there?
Yeah, the drums were wild on that one. All right, is there a life out there? Hopefully you're picking up on the theme. We've gone from 4 to 16. Tater, it is your turn to rate the song.
8-3.
8-3, all right. It's consistent. That's what you rated the last song.
I'll be damned.
Yep, this one for me. That was perfect. All right. 7-7 for me. I like that song. It does have a super sticky drum, stabby drum on that, which it gives a little bit of a weird sound, but whatever. Yeah. That was written by Rick Giles and Susan Longacre, I believe. Yep. Toot, your turn.
I'll give it an 8. I like that song. I like the theme. It's, I mean, it's halfway to another regret song, and I'll tell you what, if she doesn't get out there and do what she dares, it's going to be a regret song. So, my advice, if you're watching, yeah, get out there and follow your dreams, do what you dare.
Absolutely.
That's just my 2 cents.
You might end up with the TV show, so we'll see.
100%.
This is the next song. It's called Little Rock. It's by Reba McEntire.
Married to the good life, I said I'd be a good wife when I put on this ring. I drive a new Mercedes, play tennis with the ladies, and buy all the finer things. But all that don't mean nothing when
right, 8-4 for me. I like that song. It's a bop for sure. Everybody needs a good pop song every once in a while, and that is pretty poppy. So this was hard to place this song based upon the story arc, because it honestly could have shown up earlier, but I think it'll make sense as we move forward.
Yeah, she would have lost a bit of innocence earlier on in the story, so.
Yeah.
I really like that. I'm giving it 8-9. It's like very, very Bobby Poppy, somewhere between Waterloo by ABBA and maybe You Build Me Up Buttercup. That's the vibes I was getting. I hadn't heard that before.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's good.
And yeah, 8-9. Good one, Reba.
Well done, Reba. Tater, bring us down.
I'm right there with old Tootie Toot Toots.
Okay.
8-8.
8-8. Nice. All right, folks, we are getting near the end. A couple shout outs. Shout out to Doc. He's going to the HEB to try to meet some women. Best of luck, mate.
Specifically single mums, I believe he said.
What's the HGB?
Sorry, HEB is a grocery store. It's like Dillon's.
Okay.
Yeah. Kansas reference there. Shout out to the great state of Kansas. Also, if you like college football, go follow my friend Volnatic. His name is Justin. If you don't like college football, you can still go follow him. He's a super nice guy. But yeah, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. And let's see, what else did I miss? I don't know, but this next song is by Reba McEntire. It's called The Heart's a Lonely Hunter.
Came in looking good and looking around. She's checking out every man in the room right now. Don't go telling her about right or wrong. She's been alone for way too long. But her heart is a lonely hunter with only one desire, to find some lasting comfort in the arms of a lover's fire. Driven by a desperate hunger to the dark of the neon light. Oh, the heart is a lonely hunter when there's no sign of love in sight. She hears him say, "Hey, can I buy you a drink?" And sees the pale white circle where he wears his ring. She knows he's dealing her a dangerous hand, the consequences of a one-night stand. But the heart is a lonely hunter with only one desire, to find some lasting comfort in the arms of a lover's fire. Driven by a desperate hunger to the dark of the neon light. Oh, the heart is a lonely hunter when there's no sign of love inside. From somewhere deep inside, she tells him no. Before she starts to cry, she turns to go. Oh, the heart is a lonely hunter with only one desire, to find some lasting comfort in the arms of a lover's fire. Driven by a desperate hunger to the dark
right, Toot, you are up first. Heart is a lonely hunter.
Sure is. I think 8-2. I like that one. Oh no, he said interesting, everyone. Yeah, 8-2. I don't know. I like the lyrics on that one a lot. I didn't miss it. I did have to go and tap a kidney again, but I was listening on this phone, so don't stress. Yeah, I like that one. That's up there.
No stress. All right, strong ranking. Tater, your turn.
Hooly dooly. I give this one an 8-3.
3. All right.
Interesting.
This is not a favorite song of mine. But I know a lot of people like it, so I'll give it a little bit of a bump, and we will give it a 7-7. That was almost perfect, but just a little late on that. All right, so let's see here. We are on song number 19. I think it fits well with where we are in the arc of the story. Hopefully y'all have been paying attention. Toot's going to give us a recap at the end as to what went on. Super excited, looking forward to that. I think the last song, was it Bob? Nah, never mind. All right. We don't really care who wrote it at this point. So this is, she thinks his name was John.
Damn.
Buckle up.
She can account for all of the men in her past, where they are now, who they married, how many kids they had. She knew their backgrounds, family and friends. A few she even talks to now and then. But there is one she can't put her finger on. There is one who never leaves her thoughts, and she thinks his name was John. A chance meeting, a party a few years back. Broad shoulders and blue eyes, his hair was so black. He was a friend of a friend, you could say. She let his smile just sweep her away. And in her heart, though she knew that it was wrong, but too much wine, and she left his bed at dawn, and she thinks his name was John. Now each day is one day that's left in her life. She won't know love, have a marriage, or sing lullabies. She lays all alone and cries herself John.
All right, that was, she thinks his name was John. Tater.
Boy, I tell you, here's a false fact on this song. What happened was she was out and she dropped the roofie in her own glass, and she couldn't. No. Oh. Anyway, I give this a 7.3.
Okay, 7-3. All right. Toot, I'm going to let you go as I'm going to do just a little bit more research on this.
Sure, it wasn't an accidental drop.
What's that?
And it wasn't an accidental drop in her glass.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Oh, yeah, I see. The first part of the song, I was thinking a totally different thing, and then the last verse got me. And then I, Googled it. It's a bit of a Forrest Gump Jenny situation. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did not. That early on, I was just thinking it was some long lost love that she only ran into once, but no. Then it was all about the killed her dreams, and she won't sing lullabies and all that. I went, ooh.
Consequences.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
That fits nicely into our arc of our story, I think. So that should be fun to recap. And sorry, what was the score there, Toot?
I'll give it 8. 8 clean.
8. Tater, what was yours? Sorry, 7.
I thought it was 8.3, but hell, I don't know at this point.
8-3, 7-3, something. All right. Yeah, this is a heavy one. I'm gonna give it a 6-9. Interesting. All right. Here we go. We are down to our last few songs, folks. How was I to know? This is Reba.
My world revolved around you. Every word was a promise I was hanging on. Swept up inside a whirlwind. I just couldn't see the end till you were gone. And a broken heart scrambling in the dark. How was I to know that I'd be okay? Thought I'd lose it all when you walked away. How was I to know I would be this strong? I have what it takes all along. How was I to know? What I was so afraid of turned out to be my freedom in disguise. Now I know what I'm made of. Guess it just took some time to realize. Oh, I was blind, I couldn't tell, but too much faith in someone else. I gave up on myself. How was I to know that I'd be okay? Thought I'd lose it all when you walked away. How
All right, how was that a no? I think that fits in well with the previous song. That was written by Kathy Majeski and Sonny Russ. Kathy, I believe, works at Berkeley, which is a really well-known musical school in Boston. That's about all I could find out about her. And Sonny wrote the song "Go Away." Do you guys know that song by Lori Morgan? I don't know if you're familiar.
Ali would.
That would have been
Pre-Keith. Or post-Keith.
post-Keith, but also pre-Sammy marriage, I believe, the fifth one. Anyway, shout out to Lori Morgan. So I'm going to...
Didn't
There's
stop
some interesting...
trying.
What's that? She's
Didn't
not going to
stop
stop
trying.
trying. Nope. That's an interesting one. I feel like the chorus drags a little bit. I like the writing, but 7-2 for me.
That's interesting.
It isn't actually. That's very interesting. Because I was going to give it a 10. No, I wasn't. 7.
7.
God, that was devastating.
I was pretty sure that was not the case, but whatever. It's fine if it's a 10 for you.
Nah, just 7.
All right.
6-8.
Tater. 6-8. All right. Well, we were all pretty close there. Folks, we are down to the last few songs. This is Reba McEntire. The song is called "I'm a Survivor." This will put a cap on our story arc. Toot's going to give us a breakdown after this one.
I was born 3 months too early. The doctor gave me 30 days. But I must have had my mama's will and God's amazing grace. I guess I'll keep on living, even if this love's to die for. Cause your bags are packed and I ain't crying. You're walking out and I'm not trying to change your mind. Cause I was born to be the baby girl without a chance, a victim of circumstance, the one who ought to give up, but she's just too hard-headed. A single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves her kids and never stops, with gentle hands and the heart of a fighter. I'm a survivor. I don't believe in self-pity, it only brings you down. Maybe the queen of broken hearts, but I don't hide behind the crown. When the deck is stacked against me, I just play a different game. My roots are planted in the past, and though my life is changing fast, who I am is who I wanna be. The baby girl without a chance, a victim of circumstance, the one who ought to give up, but she's just too hard-headed. A single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves her kids and never stops, with gentle hands and the heart of a fighter. I'm a survivor. Oh, a single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves her kids and never stops, with gentle hands and the heart of a fighter. I'm a survivor. But I must have had my mama's will and God's amazing grace. I'm a survivor.
All right, folks, that was Reba McEntire. I'm a Survivor. Toot, you've been waiting for this moment the entire live. So
What a whirlwind.
Yeah, songs 4 to 21. That's a lot to cover. But
There's a
tell
lot
us
to
what you think
cover.
about that one first.
What do I
Really
think about
dilly.
Hooly Dilly? What do I think? I like that one quite a bit. It's a feel good song. Soul of the Earth Woman. There's a lot of people who share that sort of story. Started with a rough start in life, but kept on kicking. And yeah, cool song. 8-4.
Cool. Boom.
There you go.
All right.
Do you guys want to do your numbers first, and then I'll come back, or it's up to you? Totally up to you, mate.
Yeah, let's do our numbers and then give you some space to breathe. All right, Tater.
What was twos?
8-4.
Oh, 8-4. Dang. That's, this is a comeback song. It's a strength song, so I'm going to give it an 8-9.
Wowzers.
All right.
That'd be my top score, I think, for today.
All right, 7-1 for me. Just curious, did this show air in Australia?
What's the show called?
Reba, I believe.
No, well, probably did, but
Okay.
I'm only 34.
Yep, makes sense. Well,
Oh, my God.
man, I don't know. Hold on a second.
Jude's on that. Oh, Ali will know. There we go. Ali said yes.
Okay,
Number.
it did. All right, thank you. Reba show air. 6 seasons and started in 2001, at least here in the States. So
Oh, it's like a later. Okay, right, gotcha.
yeah, so you would have been in your teens, maybe
Yeah.
ish.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. All right, well, folks, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Toot's going to walk us through the storyline from songs 4 to 21.
Well, let me tell you guys. We start off with it's at the end of the day, the whole thing is a love story. It's just a really complicated one. So she starts off. Everything's pretty good, She's what was the first song?
One Promise Too Late.
That's right. So that's right. So what happened in that one is she's married. She's a married woman. She finds or he's married. I forget the details,
I
but
think everybody's married. in this
everybody's married. But she finds like the look of that fella, and she's in love with this fella. But he's already made a promise, guys, and that promise is called a wedding vow, and it's kind of frowned upon to break those vows. So it was one promise too late. Well, it turns out the fella she's married to, he's a bit of a scoundrel, a scallywag, a dirty rascal, and he puts it about a bit. Apparently those women just ring the home phone for some reason and just decide to talk to him, which is bold. He spends his early mornings and days with other women, and then occasionally Reba gets a night with said scoundrel. I'm going pretty good so far, Talbo.
Yeah, phenomenal. Don't skip the part where he runs off to New England from time to time.
Occasionally he goes to New England, and I tell you what, Reba gets the shits about that because she knows there is some hot little piece over there in New England. She's very aware of it. She's probably the one who keeps ringing him on the goddamn house phone, because this is before mobile phones, guys. You've got to understand. So, ring, ring. Wifey picks it up, and it's the mistress. So,
It's Boston Beans.
100%, 100%.
Careful, Tater.
Human beings. Not bad. What was I up to? Oh yeah. So anyway, then what happens is old mate just leaves, I think. Oh no, sorry. Before that, this might be getting confused because she goes out and she starts putting it out a little bit. She goes
That's
to
a little bit later.
That's a bit later. No, that's exactly right, mate.
Yeah.
So what happens is he leaves, and she's. I tell you what, she's the last to know out of the 3 of them involved in this little trial. There might have been more than 3. We don't know. There's only 3. There could have been 7, 14. Who knows?
Tough call, yeah.
So he leaves. She's a bit heartbroken. She didn't know it was coming. And then she's a bit like, oh, well, F you, so to speak. I'll go and put it out a bit because got to hunt for a bit of action. I'm getting a little bit horny. That guy down the street in the store keeps asking me out on dates. I probably should say yes. How am I going, Talbo?
Great, phenomenal.
All right.
Headed to the train station.
Yep. Then she thinks about, she keeps running into people she used to love or something. Turns out then she has a flashback that there was a fella named John back in the day who gave her a not very nice condition. And then she's, but you know what? She's a tough old boot. and fancy in her silver years, as Cynthia called her, comes out the other end still swinging, and she's a survivor, guys, and we can all take a little something from that story.
Oh boy, I tell you what, that was a great breakdown.
All right.
Shout out to Toot paying attention.
Pretty good.
And yeah, you did really well. I can't wait to break that up into an edit. So much fun. Well done, Toot. Shout out. I was going to throw a wrinkle in and put this song in the middle because I think it would have added some spice to the story arc. But this is a song called The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia.
He was on his way home from Candletop. Been 2 weeks gone and he thought he'd stop at Webb's and have him a drink before he went on to her. Andy Wolo said hello. He said hi, what's doing? Whoa, said sit down, I got some bad news that's gonna hurt. He said I'm your best friend and you know that's right, but your young bride ain't home tonight. Since you've been gone, she's been seeing that Amos boy Seth. Now he got mad and he saw red, and he said, boy, don't you lose your head, cause to tell you the truth, I've been with her myself. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. That's the night that they hung an innocent man. Well, don't trust your soul to no backwoods Southern lawyer, cause the judge in the town's got bloodstains on his hand. Well, Andy got scared and left the bar, walking on home cause he didn't live far. You see, Andy didn't have many friends and he just lost him one. Brother thought his wife must have left town, so he went home and finally found the only thing Daddy had left him, and that was a gun. He went off to Andy's house, slipping through the backwoods quiet as a mouse, came upon some tracks too small for Andy to make. He looked through the screen at the back porch door, and he saw Andy lying on the floor in a puddle of blood, and he started to shake. The Georgia patrol was making their rounds, so he fired a shot just to flag him down. A big belly sheriff grabbed his gun and said, why'd you do it? The judge said guilty on a make-believe trial, slapped the sheriff on the back with a smile and said, supper's waiting at home and I've gotta get to it. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. That's the night that they hung an innocent man. Well, don't trust your soul to no backwoods Southern lawyer, cause the judge in the town's got bloodstains on his hands. Well, they hung my brother before I could say the tracks he saw while on his way to Andy's house and back that night were mine. And his cheating wife had never left town. That's one body that'll never be found. You see, little sister don't miss when she aims her gun. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. That's the night that they hung an innocent man. Well, don't trust your soul to no backwoods Southern lawyer, cause the judge in the town's got bloodstains on his hands. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. That's the night that they hung an innocent man. Well, don't trust your soul to no backwoods Southern lawyer, cause the judge in the town's got bloodstains on his hands.
Oh, nice little touch at the end there. All right. The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia, written by Bob Russell. I don't know if y'all have heard the song He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother. He wrote that one. Song, an absolute force. But wrote most of his stuff for like Duke Ellington and folks that would not be in our purview in general. Produced by Tony Brown. Tony Brown, famous for doing a whole bunch of George Strait records, some Vince Gill stuff, and Reba stuff. Tony had a pretty solid producing career. That song is fantastic. It gets a 9.4 for me. It's my favorite of the day, and also the reason why it's near the end.
I'll give it a 9 clean. Very good song. That's one that I'm quite familiar with. Gets a fair bit of play, actually. I play that one a fair bit. One of the strangest lyrics in a song you'll ever find, in my opinion. This fella's mate. But I'm your best friend and you know what's right, but your young bride ain't home tonight. Since you've been gone, she's been seeing that aimless boy Seth. But don't lose your head, because to tell you the truth, I've been with her myself. So I'm your best mate, but I tell you what, your wife's been sleeping with that aimless bloke. Oh, also me. What? Well, maybe lead with that, brother.
Yeah, keep your friends close.
Yeah, real close. Too close. Anyway.
Yep.
Did I give a number? Yeah, 9 clean. Yep.
Nine clean.
Yep.
Tater.
You know, I like how they threw that little funky bass in there. You know,
Beautiful.
I like that little funk in there. Give that a 9.3.
9.3. All right.
Juicy.
Well, I
Yeah.
feel redeemed that I saved that for almost last. We have some business to take care of, so I've seen probably 2 comments asking what's next. So I will answer that right now. Next week, I think we're going to shoot for Saturday at 9 Central Time, Sunday morning at noon. Does that work for everybody involved? Possibly?
Sorry, my Sunday noon, did you say?
Yes.
Yep, sweet. Yep.
Tater, maybe?
I think so.
All right. Well, we'll get that put together. Next week is the 50-year anniversary of Austin City Limits. For those of you down under, may not be familiar. There's a ton of stuff on YouTube on Austin City Limits if you want to do a little pre-study. But Austin City Limits is an iconic location in Austin, Texas, that brings in all kinds of artists and a lot of the artists that we really enjoy on our channel. So we're going to pick 21 songs to listen to that were performed live. Some of them will be the actual Austin City Limits recording. Some of them won't be, but yeah, that's going to be fun. The following week, we will be doing Zero Wolves Given. That's Woofs, WOOFS, not Wolves, because we've already done a show on Coyotes and Wolves. I don't know if you guys remember that one. This one's going to be about dogs. So songs about dogs. I think a lot of dog lovers in the chat, so that should be fun. And then the following week, Lubbock, MF, Texas. Artists all with a close connection to Lubbock, Texas. So that's going to be fun as well. Hope you can join us. And hopefully, haven't plugged this in at least 30 minutes. If we can get the YouTube to 50, we'll be able to put the show on there. So that'll be fun. I'm going to get some sun out of here. But yeah, give us a follow. You can click the link in the bio, in the link tree. There's a YouTube channel. Would love it if you could follow us. What other business? I think that's it. We actually, oh, you know what? We do have some business. We do have some business. Hold on. Almost forgot. Jude's Coulter's. right, that was the. Oh. I didn't know there was a second part.
I didn't know.
That was the Olympics. I think Toot was it Toot or Tater that wanted to give a breakdown on the breakdancing segment in the Olympics?
Why would I want to cover that horse shit?
The breakdancing?
Respectfully.
Oh, who they doing?
Tater wanted to talk
I
about
don't
that.
know whether they pulled her off of Australia Ain't Got Talent and just was like, let's just send her. Because she trained with Ruth off of Hip Hop Country.
Oh man, we love Ruth. God bless her. I hope she's still alive.
I truly,
And, you know, this Olympics wasn't very good for our Aussie friends. It wasn't very cohesive with the rugby and
Tough. That 4
but
years
swimming.
down the
Swimming,
road,
you
yeah.
guys were strong.
Great swimmers.
You know, I think
some
that's
good
what's
sight.
swimming from them jellyfish down there.
I hope we're good swimmers because I hear that the Olympic Committee from Australia is not letting that goddamn breakdancer back on the plane. She's swimming back. That was awful.
Oh boy, that's rough. Well,
She's going to be
you
a
know,
millionaire. She catapulted herself to fame right there.
She might be the new Haktua girl.
Yeah, I think she is. I think she's a hawk tua.
Well, that being said, I will tell you, Australia did pretty well in the track cycling, which is one of my favorite things to watch.
Oh yeah, right.
That in the velodrome, yeah, amazing. Anyway,
I
guys
don't know
get
much
off.
I don't know much about cycling, but I do hear because I think the Brits were pretty crap at it for a long time, and then they spent a lot of time and money and got some great
Good
coaches
too.
and stuff, and then got amazing at it. And but you guys are always pretty good at it, I think.
Okay, but actually, Netherlands, Australia, and the UK are
China.
probably the three best. China's, nah, they're not that good. But what's wild is you see these folks getting off their bikes. You know, they're very short races, and they have thighs that are the size of like Earl Campbell. It's just nuts. I'm sure they're not juicing, but whatever. Anyway, so shout out to the Aussies. All right,
Is that
we are
the short
down.
track indoors that's like angled?
Yeah. Oh boy, sad to see him go.
They get to spinning fast on them suckers. That's a fast track.
Oh yeah. So it's like Bristol. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, jet racing in a toilet. Yeah, super fun. Anyway, all right, this is the last song of the evening. This is a duet with Cody Johnson. It's called Deer Rodeo.
Dear rodeo, I'd be lying if I tried to tell you I don't think about you. After all the miles and the wild nights that we've been through, Lord knows we had a few. Dear rodeo, I'd like to say that I took the reins and rode away. No regrets, no left unsaid, just turn the page. Oh, but you know better, babe. Between the almost atoms and broken bones, the dream of a bubble I'll never put on. I'm jaded, oh, I hate it, but somehow the highs outweigh the lows, and I do it all again, even though we both know I'd still have to let you go. So dear rodeo, I tried like hell to tell myself it was all your fault. I held on tight with all my might, I just couldn't hang on. And that's hard to hang your hat on. Between the almost atoms and broken bones, the dream of a bubble I'll never put on. I'm jaded, whoa, how I hate it, but still have to let you go. I'll let you go.
Dear rodeo, I'd like to think you miss me too, but I know you don't. Oh, but that won't change the past, and that won't change the truth.
I'm still in love with you, dear rodeo.
Alrighty, folks, thanks so much for joining us. I mean, if you give us a follow on YouTube, links in the bio. We may put this up. Hold on. We may put this up so you can watch it whenever. Allie, you can watch it whenever. All right? Y'all take care. See ya.